Yeah.
I was Matt. Oh, Matt. I like your hat.
I'm going to say my full name?
Yeah.
Matt Forsythe.
If there's one thing I'm known for in photography, it would be music photography. We're often only given a certain amount of time to work with, usually something like 15 minutes from the pit.
One outfit for you, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Hello, I'm here.
Wow.
Metallic.
So the one thing that I had in my mind was something involving a sleeve. I haven't really thought about like a ton of ideas, but I just, on the drive here, I came up with one picture in my head.
The sleeve.
And I was like,
Okay.
those are kind of the two things I was thinking for a top.
What's your vision of your look you picked for hair?
So actually, now that I've picked it, I'm thinking something, my terminology is terrible, like casual updo, like kind of like you've got long hair but you put it up, so like, but there's some strands like falling off of it.
Like just flip and like pin.
Flip and pin. It's like there's natural like.
Yeah.
You know, like
you didn't try, but you tried.
You didn't try, but like someone definitely put this together.
Okay.
I don't want to work with models, but you guys, you give me great direction here, and I can see it. But yeah, something up, but like casual, falling off.
Falling pieces, kind of like soften around her face.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm so glad you're here. Can you tell us what you're shooting with today?
I am shooting with the Nikon Z9 or Z9 because we're in Canada.
Yes.
It's the body that I've been shooting with most lately, and I'm pretty excited about the things that it can do.
That's great. What lens?
Right now I've got the 24-70 on there.
Okay.
It's, safety catch-all lens. I've got some longer and shorter things in my bag that will hopefully come out.
Okay, good. I'm a huge fan of your work, and I'm really excited to have you here, and I'm really excited to see what you get today. So
Me too.
Okay, let's do it.
go.
Okay, all right.
My greatest strength as a photographer was probably flexibility. A lot of photography is problem solving, and I've always enjoyed that. And we just get thrown something at us, and it's up to us to figure out what to do. I just saw something upstairs that I did before, and I like that.
I know.
Got some ideas. There's always something exciting about that.
Ready, Matt? Okay, and action.
All right, so we're gonna start in the corner. So let's just have a look. Can you step towards me? Let's turn the camera on. We're off to a great start. No. I shoot digital. You shoot 300 photos to get 20. You shoot for safety because we can. Not being able to review was tough. I mean, I don't know if you'll see it in my footage, but I glanced very briefly out of instinct and immediately covered up out of shame, but it was so hard to break that instinct to look. But I didn't look. What can we do with your hands? What is natural?
So you're going on format? Yeah. Wow. Beautiful.
Okay, can you sit further out on the edge of the couch, like that, and elongate your, there's the legs you guys told me about.
Yeah, we did brag about your legs, Carla. Matt's goal is to show the full extension of Carla's legs, and Matt achieves this by positioning himself at her level. Matt also avoids foreshortening of the legs, which would have happened if he had photographed her from above. It's important to direct and to move your model, but it's equally important to move yourself as a photographer. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm Very happy with this.
In a busy pit, you're jostling for angles and watching your time, and yeah, you've got to figure out how to make it work. You spend too much time looking at your camera, you're going to miss what's happening in front of you.
Yeah, looking at me is great.
Yeah, we're usually given the constraint of 3 songs, no flash. And that's all the time you have to get the photos. So, you know, you're in, you're out, those 3 songs are done, and you get the photos or you don't. And I've been doing it long enough that I get the photos.
As a seasoned music photographer, Matt taught us about 3 songs, no flash. Musical acts usually set photo guidelines. Pro photographers are permitted to only photograph a certain set of songs, and usually it's at the beginning of the concert. Let's face it, musicians, they like to be captured at their best, and usually they're freshest at the beginning, and also they really go for it in those first 3 songs. The difference with today is that Matt can shoot only 36 exposures, but 3 songs, no flash, he can shoot as many exposures as he likes. Good job. Good job.
Can't remember the last time that I shot 36 exposures in a pit.
All right, so thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I rattled through the things that I had in mind really quickly. And then I was left with time and frames. And yeah, it was a
But
weird...
sometimes it doesn't, sometimes maybe the stuff that you wanted, you got, right? In the beginning. Like, sometimes, like, you know, more isn't always, like, better.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't, yeah.
Yeah, it's not, like, we're all about, like, sometimes with digital, like, just rifling things off, right? But you and I actually don't think that way. We take time, we compose,
Who wants to edit all
Who wants to edit? Well, not me. Okay, so, so I think that you think from, I think you think about things as a photographer, but as an editor. And I think that, you know, you had your plan and you achieved your plan ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take your cards from you though, or your card from you, and we'll have to wait till we get back to Main Street to take a look at it. That was great. That was great. Dun, da, da, da.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So this is your very first frame. You really have thought this moment out. So tell me.
This idea came to me and I was like, no matter what, I have to try and see this through.
Yes.
So the thing is, that's why, if you remember when I started this one, I actually had like motivation for her.
Yes.
And then like I started throwing that at her and it wasn't landing.
Okay.
And I was immediately like, all right, out the door. like, you know, she's in like model mode, she's not an actor. And like, it's like, it's an actor's motivation. Like,
Yes.
And I had thought up all this stuff, and that's why I got there and I was looking around for a spot we could do this. But I'm like, well, this is gonna have to do to try it just to
Right.
get it out of my head.
Right.
And
And sometimes I find if I have an idea and I'm working with someone and the idea isn't what I thought it was going to be, what I end up doing is I don't move the person right away. I take a few shots so that they don't think it was them.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I know, right?
Always,
So it's
always
like,
don't put it on them.
No, you don't. But if you stopped what you were doing, you feel like you could have a disconnect then with your model.
Yes.
Right? Where it's like, oh, he doesn't like working with me.
Well, and it's
Right.
dangerous for me too because I don't work with models.
Right.
And
so
I
you were
really
sensitive to
and
that.
I really didn't want to. And you know, like I said, I've tried the like motivation stuff, and I'm like, okay, this isn't working. Out the window. That's where I was going, but
And
again,
I love that you chose like a casual look for her. You knew exactly what you wanted when you came in. And I have the cutest photo of you. And Carla is on one end of the rack, but you're so far away from her, but you're really thinking about it. But there's like this massive amount of distance.
again, and then like as she kind of went down the line, the outfits got a little more exaggerated or extreme.
Yeah.
Like you know, when she hits the full green suit, it was just like, No, my mind is still
Yeah, you were
back
like,
at simple and
70s inspired denim, and then we've got a kind of surfer girl bathing suit with a high top.
Okay.
And she's like, and I've got this like bathing suit, and we're like, well, there's no way. I don't work with models, and I'd be like, you know what? Let's do a swimsuit
I
shoot.
think that she showed you the swimsuit, but you were so far away from her that you actually didn't register that was like a swimsuit. And I just
I registered, but in my mind, it was like, that's a hard no. I cannot. I don't work with models to begin with.
I didn't really see a lot of people seeing the space from this angle using the chair and the couch. I didn't see that, and I thought that was exceptional.
Yeah, I liked the wood as like a break in the wall. I'm glad I went into the bathroom because that was a like morning of, like I got there and saw it and I'm like, okay, let's do something in there.
Matt, that's incredible.
My color correction shot.
That's really good. That's very cute.
It was funny. She didn't know what to do.
I know.
It was like, just hold this. And she was like, doing that pose. I'm like, you just have to hold it.
Color checker. Technical substitution.
This handy tool helps in post-production to ensure that the white balance of your final images matches your original subject. It's especially useful when you're trying to recreate colors accurately. Matt's image doesn't have a lot of color, but at least his whites will be white.
I loved watching your mind think about this, and the fact that you asked her to stand on this small
It didn't occur to me how small it was because I had looked up and I was like, oh, there's a ledge. Okay, we can do
and
it.
the ledge is like,
And
then she was looking at me and then she's like, I don't know if I can do it. And you're like, yeah, just, and then she's looking at me and then I'm like, no, she can't do that. She can't go up on there. And then she's like, I can't go up there, Matt. But it was, I loved your adventure on it. But
this is my trying something different.
But I did love this.
So do we have to choose now?
Yeah.
Matt is on the board.
And I really like how he's framed this and has the foreground of the furniture.
Yes, that gold and that copper.
And kind of also leads you into the photo a little bit too.
It really showcases the styling, Jen's styling.
Yes.
Right? Because it's like you can see that she used the colors so well in her house.
And I love the pose that he directed here. I think it's just it's really, her hands are really relaxed. You can see her feet just poking out just a little bit on the end there.
You know, I think he really mastered the telephoto look.
What does the telephoto lens do to the image?
It kind of creates lines, distant lines. So it compresses the image.
Yeah.
So basically, the couch that's in the front, instead of taking a lot of the image, will appear, more like a marshmallow and out of focus.
Right.
The colors themselves are warm and cool. So in the print, we could either go warm, like, have a very kind of sunlit, warm photograph, or we could have gone cooler, but the pure neutrality and the pure white of this, I think the perfect white balance is what was needed here.
Well, Matt's a great photographer, but he's also a great editor, so he definitely brought that to this challenge as well.